Doctors, when did a dead patient come back to life? I was a resident when I first met Thomas, a 26-year-old who had been in a coma for 6 years after a devastating car accident. By the time he was transferred to our facility, most of the staff had written off any hope of recovery. His chart described him as minimally responsive, which, in reality, meant he could sometimes squeeze a hand or flutter his eyelids, but nothing more. His family visited him every single day, his mom reading to him, his dad rubbing his hands, and his younger sister showing him pictures from her life, hoping for a flicker of recognition. One day, during rounds, Thomas's mom asked me a question that caught me off guard. If he wakes up, do you think he'll still be Thomas? I didn't know how to answer. After years of being unresponsive, there's often little left of the person they once were, but I didn't want to take away her hope, so I said, if he wakes up, he'll need all the love you've been giving him. That won't change. Then, one ordinary Wednesday morning, everything did change. I was reviewing another patient's chart when I heard a nurse shout from Thomas's room. I rushed over expecting the worst. Instead, I found his mother sobbing, holding his hand. Thomas's eyes were open, and he was whispering something. I leaned in closer and heard him say, "Mom?" It was faint, barely audible, but it was unmistakable. His mom asked, "Do you know who I am?" And Thomas, still weak, said, "Of course I do. You never stopped talking to me." The news spread through the hospital like wildfire. Over the next few weeks, Thomas astounded us all. He remembered everything about his family, birthdays, holidays, even the jokes his sister used to tell him. He didn't know how much time had passed, but recalled bits and pieces of conversations his family had had around him while he was comatose. His recovery wasn't instant. He had to relearn how to walk, speak clearly, and adjust to a world that had moved on without him. But the fact that he came back at all was nothing short of miraculous. I'll never forget the look on his mother's face the day he said, "Thank you for never giving up on me."